What's up, Cabras here, back with the Hydro Mind podcast. On this episode, I'm going to talk about my favorite topic, how surfing and access to the ocean is your own personal life coach. All right, thanks for coming back. This is my favorite topic, is personal development through surfing, how surfing makes us better people. I was just making another video, like a how-to video for YouTube, and I was reminded of a story, so I wanted to make sure that I shared it with you because it's super important. And this is my favorite topic because this is how why surfing is so important, why it's so addicting, why people love it, and people call the ocean their church or their therapist or this and that. It's because if you do it right and you're open to it and you're receptive, surfing can positively affect every area of your life. I always say that the ocean gives you immediate, honest, unbiased feedback about where you are in life. With fitness, if you paddle out, you're instantly going to know which muscles are weak, which muscles start burning first, or are you out of breath quickly. So you're instantly, boom, here's your report card. Here's what you need to work on to get better. So you don't have to pay some expensive coach. You don't gotta get your body analyzed. You know where your weaknesses are. But that goes the same for your emotions as well. Are you getting frustrated? Are you impatient? Are you giving up quickly? How are you acting with other people in the lineup? All that stuff. And then even deeper, you get a report card about your spiritual well-being. How well are you connecting to yourself, to the ocean, to people around you, blah, 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 all that stuff. So like I said, unbiased, immediate feedback. And immediate is the important thing too, because you don't have to wait for someone to give you information. You're getting it, bam, right in the face, instantly. So here's the story that I was wanted to tell you. So where I'm from, West Coast Canada, surfing, when I was young, surfing wasn't big yet. Where I'm from, we were really, really influenced by skate culture, and everything from California kind of came up the coast and really came to us. So skateboarding hit first. I remember me and all my homies got skateboards, so we got good at that. Snowboarding blew up. So most people I knew, including me when I was young, I thought I wanted to be a pro snowboarder, and that's what I invested most of my time into. And then surfing came later. But I surfed, I was the first one to surf pretty much of all my friends, just because I had better access to it. Doesn't matter. But so my point is, when I was in my later teens and in my early 20s, all my awesome snowboarding and skateboarding friends started getting into surfing. So I took a ton of people surfing for their first time, and these guys who are really well versed in board sports, in really good shape, had all the stoke, all that stuff, but they all struggled and they all hit the exact same roadblocks. And it reminded me of a story, a kind of an analogy I have for life and the ocean, or how surfing imitates life, or how life imitates surfing, how surfing is a microcosm for society. So let me explain. So every time I take someone out surfing for the first time, I always tell them a few different things. You're gonna be held underwater, it's gonna suck, and it's gonna be scary, but don't panic and don't try to fight and get to the surface as fast as you can. Just let the wave pass over you, stay almost limp, and you'll pop back up and you'll have your oxygen, you'll be cool. Out of all the people I've taught, I don't know anyone who's been able to do that. They all panic at first, and I don't know how many times I've been like, okay, let's just paddle, we gotta get past the break, turn around, and they're out back on the beach, like hands on their knees, just like gasping for air. Truth be told, I'm not the best hands-on surf teacher, because I hate hanging out in the white water. I just paddle up past the break. That's just the way it is, right? And I'm getting better at coaching people through it, how people get up past the break. So that's the point I'm making, is all these guys that I taught, they struggled to get up past the break because they panicked, their paddle strength sucked. So those are things that, the paddle strength I address before I take anyone surfing for the first time. I give them my paddle strength system so that they can get up past the break. But the panic thing is super, super hard. So what I do to teach that is get people to do low oxygen training, so they can get that fear response from holding their breath at home, so they don't get it when they're in the water, so they can stay calm. And then, so that's the microcosm. So if you think about someone who's successful in life, like a big businessman who makes all the money, he's got a great family, who has freedom to do whatever they want, the only way to build that kind of life is to have focus and to stay persistent, So if you look at the lineup, look at the water. So you look at all the people who have the rental boards, those giant foam boards, they're all playing in the white water, they're getting thrashed, there's no time to rest, right? It's because every single wave is already broken and it's just the white water, so everything hits them. There's no wave selection, there's nothing. It's just constantly battling the white water, no time to rest, just constantly getting thrashed, everything gets you. To me, those are people in life who don't put their heads down and don't focus on a goal, who watch reality TV all day, who eat shitty food. They just get whatever life throws at them and they don't have a choice, they're just getting pummeled. But if you put your head down and you focus and you paddle through and you stay persistent, you get out past the break, and this is the best part. So I've had a bunch of friends who are surfing addicts now too that I took for the first time. And I'll never forget, like this, my one from Brian, such a good snowboarder, such a good skateboarder, one of my main homies that I grew up with. He stuck with it. He kept coming on surf trips with me, but he couldn't get, oh man, so many sessions, he couldn't get out past the white water. There's like pretty intense beach breaks, so I'll give him that. But anyways, when it was finally this beautiful sunny day, I finally got him out past the break because he's a little bit afraid of going over his head too. Got out there, and I remember he was just like, man, it's so beautiful out here, it's so calm, because that's the point. All the shitty waves roll underneath you, you don't even notice them. All those people who haven't figured life out yet are getting beat up, and you're just calm, you're just chilling, you're selecting the waves, you're relaxing, you're not wasting your energy, you're waiting for the set waves. That's what I'm talking about. And since that time, I've had a lot of other of my main homies get out past the break, which is an amazing feeling. But that's my point. So what are the skills that surfing teaches that can teach us to be successful in life as well? For me, number one is persistence. If you read any kind of success book or talk to someone who's been there, they always say, be persistent, don't give up, blah, 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 blah. But rarely do people actually give up. Like if you fail, they say, every time you fall, get back up. Well, everybody gets back up. If you fail something, you don't just lay there and die, right? The important part is the speed at which you get up. And that's why paddling up past the break is a great teacher, because it teaches something that I call forced persistence, because you don't have a choice but to persist or you freaking drown, right? So forced persistence it shows you that you have other levels. You can access these other areas of strength and willpower and just get there. So forced persistence teaches you not just to get back up when you fall down, but just to bam, like don't even stay down for a second. Always be on the move, focus, head down, get to where you're going. And that has taught me a lot, especially with building Hydro Mind. I never thought it could be what it is now. It's not where I want it to be yet, but the trajectory of it is great, but it never started like that. I was so persistent. Like everything I tried to get it to grow didn't work at first, hundreds of things, but I never even hesitated for a sec, because I think I was taught that forced persistence through constantly get out past the break. Like I said, when I'd bring people out and they'd get stuck in the white water, I wouldn't wait for them, I'd be gone, right? So that's just me anyways. And I feel like that's happening a lot in my personal life too, like just, I don't know, reaching a different level. So, and I can't relate to people in the white water anymore as a metaphor. So I hope that helps you. If you have goals, if you have somewhere that you want to be, if you want to improve your health, your wealth, your life, anything, you can look to surfing to help aid you in that pursuit. Forced persistence. Oh, and then the next big thing is patience too, right? Because once you're out past the break, you don't want to take every wave, because if you take a mediocre wave, you get a mediocre ride, but then you're in the impact zone and you miss the good ones, and the big set waves land on your head. Instead, you could be on them. So that's my big point I want to make here. Forced persistence. Learn what your potential is through that, and then have the patience to recognize opportunity. All taught by surfing. You don't need a therapist, you don't need a life coach. Surfing can teach it all. All you gotta do is have a surfboard and an openness and a willingness to learn this stuff. Because there's lots of people that have surfboards that get out past the break that don't learn this stuff, right? Because you have to be receptive. You have to be open to it, be open to grow and change and learn and become a different person through surfing. So to me, you can see why it's my favorite topic, because it's just like these ancient chunks of wisdom about how to live and be healthy and successful all are just like passed down. They're like laws, just like gravity, man. Like if you drop an apple in Canada, it's gonna fall to the ground. If you drop an apple in Italy, it's gonna fall to the ground the same way. If you're persistent and you don't stay down and you're focused and you're patient, doesn't matter who you are, where you are, which situation, you're gonna have a good result. Just like the laws of gravity. It's the laws of health, success, and happiness taught by the ocean. My favorite topic. My name is Kyle Russ. This is the Hydro Mind Podcast. I hope you like this stuff. If you do, it would mean the world to me if you could just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know how surfing has affected you positively in your life. All of that great stuff. I want to hear from you. I'm going to keep doing these because it's super fun. I love chatting with you. So until next time, this is the Hydro Mind Podcast. My name is Kyle Russ. Thanks a lot for listening.